Oh, that's a pretty shot from North Carolina this morning. We welcome you back to CBS Mornings. Professional race car driver Bubba Wallace is a champion on the track and a leader in the fight for racial justice. Go Bubba Wallace. As the only black driver in NASCAR's Cup Series, he's been an advocate for more diversity in the predominantly white sport. A new Netflix docuseries, it's called Race, Bubba Wallace, is taking viewers behind the scenes on his journey to make racing more inclusive. In this clip, he tells journalist Jamel Hill, he talks about what's at stake. Here's a look.
When you're the only one, everything that you do is under a microscope. They're using that to justify whether or not you even belong.
What do I think about myself? Yeah, I'm just the same as everybody else.
All right, buddy. Go, buddy.
But we're just drivers at the end of the day, and I'm gonna go win.
He's ready to win, and he does that. Bubba Wallace joins us now. Bubba, good morning. It's really good to see you. Nate and I have been talking about you all morning, looking forward to this. Listen, it's 6 parts, Bubba. I intended to watch 1 part, and then I got so drawn in. That's the beauty of Netflix. It goes next, next, next. And before you knew it, I had watched all 6 episodes. So bravo, bravo to you. You know, it's interesting to see. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And we're here to sing the praises. You know, it's interesting to watch your evolution. I heard your mom say once that Bubba never intended to be an activist. That wasn't what he was trying to do. But things changed after the Ahmaud Arbery shooting. It really deeply affected you. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, for sure. You know, that still is a tough subject to speak on and to think about. Just, you know, constantly thinking about his family, but just seeing that video and you know, thinking of how far we've stooped as a human to be able to go through and follow with that was just very unsettling for me. And so it was time for change. It was time to speak up and be somebody who can try to make good change in the spotlight that I'm in. So it's been a lot of work, which is part of it. And I've not regretted one thing since that day.
Bubba, good to see you again. Now, in 2020, you asked NASCAR to ban the Confederate flags. They did. And you also drove a Black Lives Matter car. What other changes would you like to see NASCAR make?
Honestly, you know, that's a good question. We're having conversations weekly, daily on what we can do to be better. And I think, you know, with everything that's going on this year with our next gen car, the racing has been pretty good, I would say. I keep asking, you know, my fiance's at every race, and I'm saying, how's the racing going? And even seeing, you know, fans from the stands, their conversations about the races has been really good. So our sport is trending upward for on-track stuff. And then, you know, what we were able to do with the Clash out at the Coliseum out in LA was really cool. Mm-hmm. Totally different environment that we've ever been in. And 70% of the ticket sales were first-time comers to a NASCAR race. So I thought that was pretty cool. And so it's special. The demographic is definitely changing. The vibe is definitely changing with NASCAR. So we're taking it all in. We're learning what we can do to be better. And to have that exact answer, I don't really know. But that's the fun part. That keeps us working. That keeps us pushing to do better and better. You know, once you do have an answer, then it's like, all right, then what's after that? It's like, I don't know. The unknown is what gets me excited. So we got to keep working.
You know, listen, Bubba, when you talk about the vibe is different, I now want to go to a NASCAR race, and I never wanted to go before I started following you. And I'm not kidding. I'm actually thinking about coming later this month.
Perfect. We're gonna make that happen. We can make that happen.
Yes,
put her in the car.
I'm actually thinking about coming.
Take her around.
This is the thing. I don't think people understand the athleticism that's involved when you're in that car. It's very hot. Yeah. You lose a lot of weight, and it's more than just driving a car round and round and round. And I think people need to understand the athleticism of what you guys do in that car. Can you talk about that for a second? And, Bubba, how you hate to lose, most athletes do, but then you started trash talking yourself. You got so down on yourself.
Yeah, I am my own worst critic. You know, when I make a mistake, you know, I'm super hard on myself. And sometimes it's okay to have a little bit of self-motivation, but when you stoop as low as I do, it's tough to climb back out of. But I think I've graduated from that point in my life. Hopefully, I haven't made a big enough mistake to let mine tell me otherwise yet. So, but it's a lot to be a race car driver. I mean, you get a glimpse of what it's like, and that's what I wanted to showcase for everybody tuning in. Is we didn't really hold back on anything.
No.
I want to show you how mentally, physical, emotionally, everything draining that the sport is, and what it takes to be successful. So there's always people out there that NASCAR is in the sport. Well, you get to see otherwise in this docuseries, and like you said, we lose weight at just about every race. That means we eat good Monday through Saturday. So it's nice to let it all back out.
Yeah. You talked candidly about your depression, which I thought was really very, very powerful when you talked about that. You talked about estrangement from your father. I really am hoping that the two of you work it out. Really, we're all cheering for you on that. But your mom, man, she's in the documentary the whole time. She's knockout, and clearly a big Bubba Wallace fan.
Yeah, no doubt. And to be honest with you, the docuseries just came out, and shortly after, I received a text message from my father, a very positive text message. So that was surprised me, but my family and I were praying for it. So I think we're starting to rekindle.
I'm
so
so
a lot of work to be
glad.
done.
I'm so glad to hear
really
that.
Cool. Yeah,
I'm so
for
glad
sure.
to hear that. Bubba, you say that, listen, every time you get in the car, you know it could be the last time, but you get in that car and you have no fear. Please know that we are cheering you on.
That's right.
I appreciate it. And I'm serious. We're going to make you come out to a race. We're going to get you out there and have the best time.
Well,
Please
right
do.
now I'm looking at March 20th in Georgia. Just thinking. Bubba Wallace.
That's soon. I love it. Let's make it happen.
Thank you so much. And Nate, Bubba Wallace
you.
plays the drums.
Oh, Bubba's the man.
Bubba Wallace plays the drums.
I just happen to have a drum set. There's a big difference.
All right. You can watch Race Bubba Wallace on Netflix.